Well, hello everyone. We are on our way to Isan for a wedding and seeing Tikkie's family and friends, and we're going to take you along. We just got to a rest stop and I thought I'd film it because it's pretty neat.
My own shit?
What's my own chit?
Over there.
Ah. That's one of my favorite Thai fruits,
Yeah.
my own chit, or Marion plum. You don't see too many rest stops with all of this. Pretty neat. So anyway, we are going to Isan, to Kalasin. What are you looking at?
For 100.
Oh, four.
Wow, it's pretty cheap.
Unfortunately, they're probably
It's good enough. Ceramic or what is?
probably all made in China. Even though we're in Thailand.
Do we need for the Easter party?
Maybe. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. So anyway, we got 4 days in Isan, Kalasin, where Tikkie is from. We'll see her farms. We'll see Tikkie's property. And we will also take you along for a small, what I believe is going to be a small
This is your favorite
Thai-style wedding.
Your first snack.
Oh yeah, we'll have to buy one of these. This is a good rest stop. They have a lot more here than usual.
Oh, this is my grandma's favorite one.
All right.
I will buy one for her.
Okay, what is this?
The one for the old people that they chill. I forgot the word.
Okay, but why do they chew it? They just like it.
It's just like
Okay, that's cool. Somebody bought something. All right, what'd you buy?
for grandma.
For Grandma?
Yeah, for grandma. This is her favorite one.
Grandma's
Her
lucky.
snack.
And we're actually going to go to Macro and get some stuff there too for them.
Yeah. And do you want to buy hat for you?
I don't. Well, you were going to buy a hat, right?
Let's check it first. How is it? For the push. 100 baht.
Yeah, buy it. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, we wanted to look at some plates.
Yeah. I like this color.
But I think we need
Lighter?
a kind of a serving plate
Okay.
because I'm going to make an antipasta platter.
Ah, I see.
We don't need these. We'll use paper.
Okay.
This is nice.
Okay.
Well, how about this set and that one?
Big one.
Yeah. These are nice too, but not necessary.
Too busy. Let's check it out first and then we can come back.
Okay. All right, we picked this one and this one
And this one.
and that one. I think that's it. Can't show you. They're all wrapped already. Duh. They were about 159 baht each, roughly, which 1, 2, 3, $4.5 US right now. We're passing through Karat, heading towards the city of Karat, but we will not go into the city, just passing through. So Karat is about the largest city in Isan, and then you have Isaan Thailand, and what's the third one that's large, Tick?
Ubon Ratchathani.
Ubon Ratchathani.
Konkan too.
Konkan too. Okay, but Karat is the largest.
I think so.
We think Karat is the largest. We made it to macro in Konkan. Kongen, I think, is the proper pronunciation. This is a full-size macro. Where we live, we have many city center sizes, but this one is a full size. Big produce and fruit section. All the frozen in the middle here. Fresh and frozen fish. And then there's much more down there. And all the dry goods in the middle of the store. For you beer drinkers, they have some of, Budweiser. Now that's going to be expensive, I would assume. Budweiser, 12 cans, 858 baht, 8 times 24, about $24. I have no idea what the cost is in the US. I don't drink beer. Chong is very popular beer here, as is Leo. Singha is from the Philippines. Leo, very popular. So yes, if you're a beer drinker, you can drink all the beer you want here in Thailand. Here they have their international section. I've said this before in the video, international is always more expensive here because of the tariff, the import tariff that is placed on everything. However, from a foreigner standpoint, it's not terrible, especially if it's something you're craving. Now that's something everybody craves. Good old Spam. As always, in Thailand, as in I believe all of Europe, the eggs are not refrigerated, and no one seems to get sick from it. All of this food, snacks, toothpaste, cookies, water, fruit, fish, fresh pork, frozen fish, eggs, 2,501 baht, figure about 30 baht per thousand, so about 75 US dollars for that much. Now, not cheap, but much cheaper than if we were at Foodland or Tops or Villa Market.
So we are in Konkan City, and look at my driver. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna charge you for this. Your taxi cab driver.
Alright, so
I have Grab prices, not regular taxi cab prices. I go for the expensive stuff.
OMG.
Yeah.
Very expensive driver.
A little bit.
Alright.
But anyway, it does show that Farang can drive in Thailand safely, hopefully.
So where we are going to?
I think we're going to your mom and dad and grandma's house.
Yes, that's right.
And then we're going to visit the farms.
Yes, if we have time. If
But
it's not
we need to. I want to see.
Okay.
I want to see the property where you want to do the leveling, the land leveling.
Okay. So be good a driver for 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, you did good for 6 hours, so I can do good for an hour.
Okay. วัสดีจ้าสวัสดีค่ะ
กำลังจะกลับเลย
สวัสดีค่ะอาติ๊กหรือยังสวัสดีค่ะ
เฮ้ยค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ อันนี้ลูกผู้ใดเนี่ยอะไรนะ
ลูกไปนะ
อะไร
ลูก
นะ
น้ำลูกจะน้ำน้ำกันนั่น
โอ้ใส่พุ่งไปใส่
ไปเลยละ
ก็จอบมาจีอาทิตย์ตัวถึงมาหอมน้ำมา
Welcome to Tikkie's family mansion in Kalasin. Took us about eight and a half hours to get here after stopping at Macro, a couple of stops. A lot of these are her family. This is her house. And this is the famous water pump that we just put in, and the house built around it to protect it from anybody that might want to get their hands on it. Looks good. The water here in Kalasin is spotty. Sometimes it gets provided by the government and sometimes it doesn't. So we sunk the well. You can see the blue going down, and we got a higher quality water pump, and then I told them to go ahead and build a house around it to obviously protect it from the elements and anything else that might jump up and bite them. Yeah, they did a really good job. Apparently the neighbors were flabbergasted that they built this, but they think it's really cool. Their mom put in all these nice flowers. And mom and dad's house. So there you have it, a new house in Kalasin. A little small, but definitely a new house. We're gonna go check out her farm now. Here we have Tikkie's 3 rai of land that she purchased about 1.5 years ago. And she plants potato or what's the name of the potato? Kava? Cassava. The name of the potato is cassava. I believe they make flour out of it. And she bought it about a year and 3-ish months ago, and the value has gone up tremendously in that time. I'm not going to talk about numbers. That's between her and her family, but they've done well. And this cassava will be harvested in about 2 months. It's March 24th right now, and April, May.
Yeah, about May or June this year.
May or June it will come out. And it should be a good harvest because when it was planted, they had really good rain, which will allow the potato to grow. And I didn't know this, but the potato is obviously down here. They'll pull all of this up, and the day they pull it out, they'll truck it over to a place that will weigh it and immediately wire them the money for the weight. So it's pretty easy. It takes about 8 months for this to grow. Beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of property she has.
So mom said that the soil is broken like that. She said, is it the good side? It mean the potato head is gonna be very big and heavy.
Well, that's what we want to hear. The heavier the better.
Hello.
Right now it's about 3 baht per kilo, which doesn't sound like much, but it becomes a pretty heavy deal once everything is pulled. Here we have Tikkie's property number 1. The poles here are the outline of her property. Tikkie, when did you buy this?
I think it's about 5 years ago.
You bought it 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's a little more than a half a rai?
Yeah, that's right. So our whole pieces with my aunt is 1.1 rai.
1.1 or 1.2?
1.1, 1.2, and then we're
Okay.
gonna do a half.
And you did half. So the front piece is yours.
Yeah.
So the reason why this is valuable is because it's on the main drag of the village, of the village that Tikkie and her family live in. As you can see, obviously, it's right on the road. Yeah. So this property, this a little more than half a rye is actually more valuable than Tikkie's 3 rye, where she plants. Actually, that's not true anymore. Her 3 rye have gone up in price, but the reality is a half a rye cost as much as 3 rye did where Tikkie plants her potato. So you can see the value of it right here on the road. Beautiful. This is Tick's mom's 7 rye of land where they plant 6 rye of rice, which is sticky rice. It grows rice that is turned into sticky rice, not regular rice. And then back here, she'll plant about 1 rye, I believe, of cassava, potato. So I'll bring you back over there and show you what we're going to do with that property. We need to level it out so the water doesn't drain down and not take care of the rice when they need the water to grow. So I'll show you that in a minute. But up here, so this potato, yeah, so up here, son, up here they grow potato, but it's been harvested and they can't plant again because the rain is not here yet, the rainy season. So, beautiful piece of property. The problem with this property, if there is a problem, is that it's in the middle of nowhere. So it really has no potential for appreciation growth, but it's been in the family for many, many years. And they plant rice and they live on the rice. And here is almost 2 rye where they plant potato. And panning down, unfortunately this area here is a waste. You can't plant here. And then either 5 or 6 rye here for the rice. Tikkie's parents 10 rye where they plant potato, cassava. Obviously it's been harvested and now they're going to wait a couple 3 months for the rainy season to come. Oh, look at that, beautiful. Right here, if you can see my finger, right back there is a temple. So this property actually has a higher value because it's near the temple.
We are at the restaurant in Kalasin city. So the restaurant name is Tam Ka Thoi Restaurant.
Is it a famous restaurant? We don't know. We'll find out. Yeah. But we are just hanging out in Kalasin city. We had a really nice coffee this morning, and I forgot to videotape it. At 1930 is the name of it? 1933. 1933 is the name of the cafe. Okay, hold on. 1933 is the name of the cafe, coffee cafe, and the girl, the owner, was very nice, and she speaks English. And if you're in town, you should go see her and help her practice on her English. The nice thing is it's cool in here because it's hot as heck outside today. I think it's somewhere around 40 Celsius, which is blazing hot. Something you experience a lot in Thailand. They don't all restaurants don't all have a Diet Coke, a Pepsi Light, etc. So sometimes you have to bring your own. But this is where we are. See if you can see that. Tam Ka Thoi Kalasin. So, yeah, sometimes you need to be prepared with your own soda. We're having a very small lunch because we're going to go to one of our favorite places in Kalasin City for dinner tonight. So we got a pad thai pork, and then crispy pork.
Yeah.
337 baht, about just $10 for lunch. As often is the case, some nice grounds for the restaurant. always sitting areas outside.